So, hey parents, hey kids, we're out here today with two falconers. This is Terry and this is Mike, and this is one of their birds. This is a Harris hawk. Can someone tell us a little bit about what is falconry and how did you even start getting into it?
What falconry is taking a wild bird of prey, training it, and going out and capturing wild game with a trained raptor. That's the definition of falconry. And what got me into it was when I was a young boy, like your two little boys there, and who's playing in the sand over there, which is great. I went out and I read two books. One was My Side of the Mountain, which why I love falconry, and the other one was Old Yeller. And I got a lab a while back. I did the duck hunting thing with my Labrador, and then I got into falconry. That's what it was for me.
Nice.
Terry,
What about you?
For me, well, I was about 17, and the guys I was working with while I was still in high school were all falconers, and I got to go out with them, and it was such a adrenaline rush to see, you know, as he said, wild birds that we catch from the wild, and go through a process to build a bond with them, and then go out and hunt game with them, and it's really exciting and rewarding.
Were both of you guys hunters and fishers before?
Exactly.
It sounds like you're both hunter and fishermen before. Yes, nice. So,
Avid outdoorsman.
yes. How about our species here? So we have a Harris hawk, and you guys also have an eagle. Can you tell us a little bit about what's the difference in hunting with those two birds?
We like the Harris hawks because they're such a smart bird, and we're able to hunt them. And if you hunt two birds at the same time, it's called a cast. Today we hunted 3, and that's called a gang. And it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's amazing and intense when you have that many birds. Ideally, you want to fly 2 of them together to see them feed off of each other. When you saw with just 3, one goes this way, one goes that way.
Right.
But ideally, you'd like to fly 2.
A lot of times with the Harris hawks, we'll take a young bird and go out with people with experienced bird, kind of a monkey see, monkey do thing.
Oh, nice.
And then they learn, you know, they learn from hunting with other birds.
Absolutely. Oh, that's great. Mike, do you want to tell us a little bit about the eagle?
The eagle, it takes a long process to get to. To fly a Harris hawk here in New Mexico, you have to be an apprentice for 2 years. You're only allowed to have a red-tailed hawk, and you're allowed to have a kestrel as an apprentice. And then you become a general falconer, which when your master signs you off as an apprentice after 2 years, and you have to prove yourself in those 2 years. It's just not 2 years goes by and then you go up to the next level. If you prove yourself the 2 years that you're an apprentice, then you're upgraded to a general falconer. Then you have 5 years where you can fly any bird you want except for a golden eagle. Okay. To get to the level of a golden eagle, you have to become a master. After your 5 years as a general, now that you have 7 years into falconry, then you can apply for a master's license, and then you can apply for an eagle permit. To get an eagle permit, you have to have 2 eagle falconers sign paperwork for you to say that you can fly an eagle.
Wow.
And then you have to send all this information into Game and Fish. Game and Fish has to approve that. So it's a very long process. I probably didn't even cover all of it. One of the greatest thrills of falconry is when you first start as an apprentice, and I always remember this, I'm sure Terry does too, is the first time you spend months falling in love with this bird. You know,
and then one
day
fly loose.
you trust it to turn it loose, and
yes.
it comes back. And then it comes back and you're so excited, you're so happy, you felt so accomplished. And then to take it even further, that same day for me that I let my bird loose, it caught something. So I was jumping up and down, I was super excited. I probably said every cuss word in the book, I don't know. It was phenomenal for me.
So how does that process work? Do you ever enjoy in the spoils of the hunting? Is the hunting always for the birds themselves? What is that? What do you do with what they catch?
I'll let Terry answer.
Well, you can eat jackrabbit. It's really rich and it's pretty good. I've had it. But mainly what we do is we stockpile food in the freezer so that around May when it gets hot, we put them up for the molt. So what happens then, the bird's dropping all of its feathers and going to grow new feathers in, and we feed it up and make it really fat so it's healthy and has the best nutrients in its body to be able to grow the good strong feathers.
Nice.
And then we pull them out. I think we pulled out middle of August this year, which was a little warm, but we get excited and want to start hunting again.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people think the spoils of falconry are what you might catch, like it's delicious to catch a pheasant, it's delicious to catch a quail. But for me, I enjoy the experience. I mean, if you can pan over to your boys right now, I mean, look, this is, for me, this is my spoils of falconry. He's sitting there digging in the dirt. Your son's over there glass bottles with the sand thing. These two here,
Yep.
you know, Callan, if I said it right, and Briar have made my day just watching them run around and enjoy themselves. That's my spoils.
His name is Voodoo. He has a nickname though of Doo-Doo. And this particular bird, he was taken from the nest. The Harris hawks in New Mexico, we have to get we have to draw for a special permit. And I raised him from what they call a downy. He can fit in my hand here, just a little white, fluffy, awkward-looking bird. And this is what he is today. He did a really good job. You guys got to see it. He's quite the character. He's dog tame. I mean, you can pick him up and hold him like a football. And that's just unheard of. Because most birds, man, they would not like that. All of our Harris hawks are that way. We love our birds.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the kids were holding them. You guys will see pictures of that. We had a 4-year-old holding this bird, and it was great. So you guys are both dads, and you guys both have older kids, and so a lot of the parents that are in our group and that work with us, they really worry about how do they develop that connection to nature in their kids. How do they develop that love and that respect for nature? So you guys have raised kids, good kids. What would be your advice for parents?
And put a fishing pole in their hands and go fishing, and just take them out and go look for stuff you find. We found all kinds of stuff today walking around. We found some different bones and lots of cool stuff. But just do it, and do it from your heart. You know, and the kids just catch on. My kids have been fishing. They wanted to be professional bass fishermen at one point.
Oh, nice.
And you know, his kids are the same way. We go squirrel hunting, and just anything you can find to, you know, be with your kids and let them see what's out there, instead of just an iPhone or, you know, on the computer or on the internet all the time.
Yep.
Well, I believe in setting them up for success. You know, if you take them out and put a fishing pole in their hand, take them to a place where you know they're going to catch something. So they have that great memory that, oh, I caught this fish this day with my dad and mom and family, and, you know, they'll remember that. Yeah, then later on they'll go out on their own and they might not have some success. But aside from that, today I brought you to somewhere that's very beautiful. There's not that much trash. It looks great. The next time I take you guys out, I'm going to take you to closer into town, and it's going to look
a lot more action
and dirty. People just throw trash everywhere.
Yeah, please don't throw your trash out.
I'll hand the kids a Walmart bag, and we'll walk out of there every time with just a Walmart bag. And I hate to say it's a losing battle, but it's something that we need to teach our children, all of them.
Absolutely.
So here's a good memory, and I know he's gonna remember this. We had Shane and Brian, which are his two boys, and I think my girls were in the boat. We were at Cochiti Lake, and his son hooked into a northern pike, and it was, you know, a pretty good size, you know, 21 inch fish. And it fought, and when he got in the boat, he and I went ballistic, just going, oh yeah. Shane was so excited and so overwhelmed, he got tears in his eyes.
Oh,
well, the reason he was crying was the whole day, Terry and I, his two girls, and my other boy, they're catching fish, and he's trying his darndest. He's getting kind of jealous, you know. He's a kid. He's like, everyone else is catching. Caught the biggest fish of the day.
Caught the
biggest fish of the day. And we turned around like, why are you crying? He's like, I don't know.
Never forget that.
Did he scare you or something? We weren't sure.
Probably 9 or 10 years ago, and we still remember that story.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Yep, and all it takes is just effort, just a little bit of effort to get them outside.
Definitely.
And get them doing something, whether it's fishing, hunting, hiking, camping.
And pack some food when you come out like this. You can always just, you know, if you didn't find the success, what you were looking for, or what you were doing, you can have the picnic and still have good memories.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, do you guys have anything else you want to add?
I don't think so, other than, you know, that I hope all the parents out there, every time they go outdoors, teach your kids, just pick something up. Anything. Like before we leave today, I'll probably pick up that mat over there underneath that has all the guts and stuff. So I'll pick something up.
Well, thank you guys both for inviting us out and letting us hang out with you, and this has been an amazing experience.